I'm back at streaming, and yeah, I had to go, and now I'm back. Now we were just executing things. Ex- we were writing a function which should execute commands, which is crazy, and I think, yeah, the Bluetooth was not connected. Now it is, and I was hearing my own voice, which is crazy. Yeah, and we were writing a function which can execute commands, which can execute the move inside a node before checking. First, it will check that whether the operands which are provided for this move have been initialized or not. If they have not, then it finds the node for the nodes in which the operands have been initialized by calling itself recursively and does it till they have been initialized and executes the current instruction. And should it return the value, I guess it can return the value for the destination. Yep, you end, that would be crazy. It would return the value for the operand, which is actually crazy, right? So instead of doing all of this execute node, I can do op2 equals the return value for this. Don't have to ask the global state for it. And here I can do op1 equals this. Cut to that, and yep, and delete that, delete that, and yep, 18. Case 3, that is a left shift. So global state, wait, in left shift, I have to left shift the operand hash equals op1 left shift by op2. Yep, and initialize the hash for this, and then break. And now case 4, which is right shift, is like pretty similar to this, like that. And instead of this, I have to use these symbols for left right shift. Now case 5, that is not. Global state hash becomes equal to not the inverse of op1, bitwise not of op1, and I will initialize the hash for that equals 1. And what the fuck did just happen? Yep, I went down, and this should do it. This should do it, I guess. This executes the takes the opcode and does whatever it has to do, right? Huh. And it will just then return global state hash. Is that seems like is that correct? Seems like we have completed this question, which is like took way more effort than I thought it would, and it has spanned over days. And that this right now might be the end of it all. Let's see. I want to execute node whose hash is 1, and then store it and store the value somewhere, and print not print tree, but not print tree, but printf value equals value %d \n, and the value is value. That is cool. That is cool. And let me just change the file that I'm reading. I want to do this with the test file first before I go full bonkers with the text file. And I think this will mess up part1.c/out. Okay, well, at least it that's segmentation fault. Okay, that is crazy because the hash. Wait. Let's see. I want to get the value for hash 9. Yes, because there is nothing there. One not um hash name for what is the thing? Okay, advent of code 2015. Advent of code 2015. Now, what I want to do is, let's say I want to find the value of f. So let me define a char pointer called var equals f, and given here, can I directly provide f? Okay, that is cool. Let's see, what do I get? I get 672. Is that correct? F is 492. Okay, and that is a bit wrong. Let's see for x and y. And maybe some of the operations are not being performed correctly or something. Um, for what was I trying to solve it? I was trying to solve it for this, for f. Let's change this to x, and let's see. The answer should be 123. The answer is, if it is 123, and for y it should be 456. Y it should be 456. Where is it? It is here. Value. Okay, let me just do call wire here and make wire a global variable so that I can just change it from here. Wire equals y line dot slash out. I should get 456. That is correct. Now 456. After that, I find their and in d, and d should be equal to 72. Let's see if it is equal to 72. D is equal to 0. That is just crazy. Why is it equal to 0? Why is D equal to 0? Let's find the value for E. For E. E is 49200, which is not correct, which is actually not correct. That is not correct. Hash is not correct. What if I provide 7? Let's say I want to provide 9 in there instead of using the hash provided to me by the hash function. Well, I'm thinking that the hash function might be malfunctioning, but that is not malfunctioning. Let's just see what do I get for hash 7, which is absolutely wrong. So, something is being messed up. And execute node function. Let's say I would like to print a few things at the end before returning, like printf first op1. right? And then op2, yes, of course, %d, and then opcode, which is a hexadecimal value, and then result, which is %d, and then new line, and that is it. op1, op2, and then op op is c node dot move dot op, and the answer is global state bracket hash. And yeah, I would also like to print the hash itself. This has to be changed with this, and if I would also like to print the hash before everything else. Hash %d, yes, %d, and here will come the hash. Let's see what's cooking, and I only execute. I never called the function, which is, wait, what? I'm getting different results, which is just means that I'm messing up somewhere. If it has not been initialized, then execute and not initialized, which is crazy. If this hash, if initialized equals to 0, right? And op1 for not immediate means op1 equal to 0. Is immediate is 0, right? And then if it is immediate, then do this, and here instead of I'm just writing out of my ass right now, and if this, let's check that if this is equal to 0 or not, slash out. That is just a random answer. And why the heck is op1 changing so much? Why is it changing so much? And before execute, here, yep, in here I am telling it to execute number 7, hash name from say wire, and the wire that I'm going to provide is x dot slash out. Okay, for x, op1 is some number, opcode is 0. I get the result 123. That is correct. And fx replaced by y. For this, I should get correct things. Yep, 456. Now the thing comes, and I want to change this with d. Yes, when I am getting d, then op1 and op2 equal to this, which is just crazy. Why are they changing it to this behemoth of a value? Let's see, maybe I'm getting some, probably I'm getting some fake value from global state. Yep. And wait. This is unsigned short, and for hash I'm using unsigned integer. So in here, op1 and op2 are actually unsigned short. Execute node, this returns unsigned short, and that is the same thing that I will say at the top right here, unsigned short. Now when I execute, I get some stuff. Okay, and at the end, I am taking in the return value. Why this? But why am I not calling the function again? That is, this condition is not being fulfilled. Because if it were, then this statement would have been printed again, but it is not. So this condition is amounting to false. So is immediate and stuff. Let's see. Printf op1 is immediate. Print in hexadecimal and then initialize state. Print in hexadecimal and then new line. Then c node dot move dot is op1 immediate, and then for this initialized state op1 hash right clang and run it. Okay, is immediate is 0. Okay, and is initialized is 1. Why is it initialized? Because I am a retard. Maybe uh, uh, the only time that I should be changing this should any state initial state. Okay, and the only time that I am checking or doing anything with the initialized state should be in execute node function. But I'm also doing that in print tree, but I'm not calling the print tree function. Yeah, I'm only doing it with print tree, and I'm calling the print tree function. Wait, let me see. Here I called find a, and then initialized node, and yep, I am calling the print tree function. Okay, very stupid. Let's see what happens now. The value is 72, which is correcto. Let's see for this should work. This should work. This should work. Code is 0. I initialize. What did I initialize? I initialized x, then I initialized y, then I did the operation on d. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Ragnarok. Slash out. And it does work. Let me go from test to the text. Replace this with x. And which y's position value do I want to know? AI slash out segmentation fault, which is crazy. Segmentation fault. I should not have gotten that. Wire A, right? So there is a wire A. Let's find the value of AI. Let's say, and part1 AI and slash out segmentation fault. Okay, which is crazy, which means that I am going too far. And okay, it first initialized 3 with value 0, right? And then it did something with 20, where the 20th number is being initialized with op1 is this, and opcode is 3. 3 means right or left shift, and opcode is op2 should not be 0 when this is 3. When this is 3, then most probably, not most probably, wait, yeah, this is left shift. 3 means left shift, and op2 should have been some number, and always op2 amounts to 0 somehow. And yeah, why is it always amounting to 0, and why is the result always 0? That is not good. Part1.c, and that is actually not good. Let me just first find the value for c. I should get 0. I want 0, right? Now let's see 1 and this. Okay, these are all the instructions. Uh, segmentation fault. Let me check again for the test function. Do this for the test function 34, change this to text, and I would like to find the value for g or h, doesn't matter. Dot slash out. For g, the value is 65412. 65412. H, for h the value is 65412, which is not of x. That is cool. I'll replace this with g now, and let's see how that works. 456, is g equal to 456? No, g is not equal to 456, which is crazy. To get the value for g, I first initialized x to 456, and then I performed a right shift on 456 384 times. Then I performed a right shift on y 2 times. So it is not taking immediate values properly. It is not taking immediate values properly, which is messing up stuff. Let me check this. If this equal 0. No. If it is immediate, if this equal 1, right? And assign int to hash, right? If parent num equal to 2, right? And what are the times that I am actually changing parent num? If move dot op2 is immediate, is op2 immediate equal 0, then parent num equals 2. If it is not immediate, then I am making parent num equals to 2. This function takes in a operation op1 hash, op2 hash, if this equals to right. This only equals to when this is this, when immediate is 0. But what are the operations that require a second operand? 0 operation does not require a second operand, but operation numbers 1, that is and, to operation number 4, they require operands, that is operation 4. So let me do this. If it is not immediate, then do this, or simply just make if move dot op greater than 0 and move dot op less than 5, then do this. This seems crazy enough. Let's see. Segmentation fault in the first thing. Y g, I'm trying to find the value for g. Why did it broke? Find move. Nope, that is not the function. Initialize node, that is the function. In initialize nodes, I am checking if the operation is this. If it is greater than 0 or less than 5, and these are the operations which require two operands. So if they require two operands, then parent num equals to 2, or else c node dot parent num equals 1. Is that good? Nope, that is not correct. Why? Which part is being messed up? Parent equals parents. Yep, that points to parents, and that is correct. Yep, yep. Why am I getting a segmentation fault? I'm getting a segmentation fault. Let's see which part of the code is giving me the segmentation fault. Is it the create root or something? It could be. Let's see. How? Yes. It can cause a segmentation fault. It can cause a segmentation fault. Yes. Okay. So there are two things. Either there is an operand 2 or there is not. And if there is, it can be an immediate value or a value or a wire. And if it is a wire, then I would like to do something with it. And if it is not, then I would not like to do anything with it. So let's say change this to how it was before and make this if move dot op to is immediate equal 0. That is, it is not immediate. Then do I even need this? Nope. Okay, now in my execute node function, find move is okay, but do I have to do something with create node function? Create a return type. Here I'm getting 10, which is just arbitrary, which I will be returning at the end. I'm saying charge char root index, okay, and I'll be going through all the moves, all the hashes, and if nodes table I, if there is something there, then I will do stuff. And am I using parent and child here somewhere? No, it won't break. Okay, I have to make change to the execute node function, which is this, right? The part that I need to worry about is getting the operands, right? Wait a minute. Yes, and yeah. So the part that is giving me that is causing issue is getting OP1 and OP2, right? Which is just this whole area. This thing needs to be updated properly. So getting the node, that is good. And now getting hash 1, but I'm not sure that it is a hash. So let me just first initialize all of this, and only then do I do anything with them. So for hashes, unsigned int op1 hash and op2 hash, and unsigned Sean will contain the value on op1 and op2, and Hello. Yep. 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 Now I am audible. I was not audible. Okay. So the thing that is happening right now is this: some problem is being caused in this, and I think that in a situation like this, when I have been trying to solve this question for days, at this point, I should just leave this and move on to something else and come back to it later when I have solved something else, right? Like the way that I did with the MD5 question, where I had to implement the MD5 algorithm. So what seems right to me is just move on and do the next one. Try to attempt do the next one and maybe come back to the one that I could not do afterwards at some point. That seems to be it. Maybe that seems to be the smart choice. Now, this is day 8 matchsticks, which I will be attempting now. Space on slide is limited this year, and so Santa will be bringing his list as a digital copy. He needs to know how much space it will take up when stored. Okay, space on a slide is limited this year, and so Santa will be bringing his list as a digital copy. Okay, he's bringing his list as a digital copy. He needs to know how much space it will take up when stored. It is common in many programming languages to provide a way to escape special characters in strings. For example, in C, JavaScript, or Python, and even PHP handle special characters in a very similar way. However, it is important to realize the difference between the number of characters in the code representation of a string literal and the number of characters in the in-memory string itself. Number of characters in the code representation of the string literal, and the number of characters in the in-memory string itself. For example, this is two characters of code, the two double quotes, but the string contains zero characters. Oh, and this is two characters of code. Okay, that is code representation, and the in-memory string itself, but the string contains zero characters. This is five characters of code. Okay, the in code representation of the string literal. Okay, to represent this, I am using two characters, and but the string contains zero. Okay, let's see in this. In this, I have this one need 10 characters, and inside the string should contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. Yes, it does contain 7 characters, and this should contain x27. What the fuck? Is 6 characters of code, but the string itself contains just one, an apostrophe. Escape sequence using hexadecimal notation. Ah, that is crazy. Escape sequence using hexadecimal. So this is the thing, escape, and after that I have to provide the code. I can either provide it as a decimal number, or as a hexadecimal number, or as a character itself, which I want to literally print here. Santa's list is a file that contains many double-quoted string literals on each one on each line. The only escape sequence used are okay. The only escape sequences used are this which represents a backslash, this which represents a lone double slash, and x plus two hexadecimal characters which represent a single character with the ASCII code. Disregarding the white spaces in the file, okay, what is the number of characters of code literal minus the number of characters in memory for the variable string in total for the entire file. For example, in the given string above, the total number of characters is this, that is 2 for this, 5 for this, and all of that, minus the total number of characters in memory for the string value. But the string itself here contains nothing, here it contains 3, here it contains 7, and here it contains 1, and minus this, I get 12. Okay, to begin with, here is your puzzle input. Here is my puzzle input. Yeah, this is cool. I just wait. Why did I copy the URL? I gotta copy this and accept my defeat for day 7. Git add current git commit message. Attempted day 7. Right, git push and mkdir make new directory for day 8. Go into that and do and text dot or maybe just part1 dot c and here vertically split text.txt and paste the command and right and do make this go to the right by this much. That might be a bit too much, like oppression or something. Yeah, that is enough. Include stdio.h and main does not return anything and a file pointer called file this file and f open the name of the file which is text.txt and the mode in which I want to read the file which is r small r, and after getting the file pointer I want to get the length of the file for which I will move it to the end. F seek for file offset is 0 and start from seek end. That should be good. If that is good, now I want to get the length which is int length equals what is length equals f tell for file and now rewind the file to go at the back. Now I want to malloc that is a character pointer buffer equals char pointer malloc and how much space do I want? Length plus 1. Right after malloc I have a buffer in which I can read the file. I just do read first, it takes in the buffer, then the size of each chunk and how many chunks there are length chunks and the file. Right, wait, what? Malloc is from stdlib, I guess. Include stdlib, that is standard library. Right, and after reading the file I just pass it on to a function and at the end I will free the buffer and close the file. Now what is the function? Well, I'll just loop. Nah. I will create a function for it. It will return an integer, and it will be called solve. It will take in a char pointer s and do its thingy. Let me just return 0 at the start, and I like to complete the main function before that. So just int answer equals solve for buffer and then printf answer is %d new line and print answer. That is cool. Now char pointer line let's say it has 100 characters. Well, just for safekeeping 500 characters long. This will store the line and then integer line index equals 0. or just index would be cool. Index would be cool. Yep. And now I'll do for. I also want the length. Do I want the length? Yes, I would like to have the length. So buffer, and it takes in length, and yep, int len, and wait, what, and int len 22. Yep. And for int I equals 0, I less than len I plus plus, do stuff. And if si equal to new line, well, wait, if it is not equal to new line, if it is not equal to new line, then just put the current character in the line index plus plus equals si. Else if it is not equal, if I am starting a new line, if I am wait a minute. Yeah, yes, I am back, and I'm leaving my stream way too much in the middle. It's just crazy and it should not happen. Okay, if I am if I have reached the end of the line, then I will call the function to give me the difference, right? Yeah. I will also create a thing, uh, unsigned integer called def, which will be equal to 0. Right, yeah. Uh, just an integer would suffice, could suffice. Okay. It doesn't have to be capital I. Now, wait. Total diff. Yep. Yeah. Diff plus equals to find diff. Find diff. Yep. Find diff. And give it the line. But before that, put line index equals not equals to null. And after this, do index equals 0. Right, and find diff will return an integer. It will take in char pointer s, and yeah, let's just return 0 at the start, and print paste it there, and yep, we are good to go. Now for int I equals 0 till si is not equal to the null character, keep executing, keep incrementing I. And in here, what will I do? Right, I will have two counters, one for character count, int char count equals 0, and okay, let me just initialize them and declare them first and then initialize them. Char count is 0, and wait, just do code count and string count, and code count equals string count equals 0. Right, right. They will be 0 to begin with, and then for every I will just have to do code count plus plus, of course, every time, and in the end I will return code count minus string count. Now string count has to be special. It can be what are the only times that I will be counting a string. If it is a if it is an alphabet, if it is an alphabet, I will count it. That is this. Alright. And then after that I will see if it is a backslash and handle the slash thing. Right. If si greater than equal to a and si less than equal to z, that is it is an integer, nope, that is it is a character, then I will do string count plus plus, right? Then else if it is not, then I might have gotten this backslash. If si equals to a backslash, okay, literal backslash like that, then I would like to do some things. What are the total backslash cases? This, okay, fucking hell. It could be this, which will be counted as one, and it could be this, which will be counted as one, and this with two hexadecimal characters after it, which will also be counted as one. So I can say, if that is the case, then I can say that I am inside it. No. Escape sequence. There are only 3 types of escape sequences, right? So let me see. If si plus 1 equal to backslash, if that is true, then, well, I'll just, first of all, yeah, then I will have to do a couple of things. Wait, these couple of things I always have to do. First thing that I have to do is when I encounter a backslash, I know that this is an escape sequence, so I will have to increase string count anyway, and depending on the escape sequence, I will have to increase the I accordingly and the code count also accordingly. So the cases are this: else if si plus 1, it could also be equal to, the next character could also be equal to a quote, right? Where is it? Yep, it could be also equal to a quote, like that. Then I will have some code to write, and else if si plus 1 equals to x backslash x and then plus 2 hexadecimal characters, then I will have some code to write. Well, if it is this, then code count increases by 1 because I have already counted the backslash right here, and then I want to count take into account the second backslash, and I will do I plus plus, so that the next time I start so that I can skip one character, which is the second backslash. And in this, same thing happens. So maybe I can just do this correctly. together. This or si plus 1 equals this, and this but this, and I can remove this totally. And if it is x, then how many times do I have to count it? Well, I will have to skip the x and then the two hexadecimal characters, which makes it 3. So I will add 3 to this. Yeah, and I will add the same amount to I to skip those, plus equals 1. Ooh, that should work. That should work. Solve in the end. Solve will return diff. Diff. This is cool. This is cool. This should work. Let's see. That was pretty fast. Yep, it does compile. And the answer comes out to be 133. Is that correct? 1333. Actually, three threes. Wrong. That is wrong. That is wrong. That is freaking correct. Okay. First try. Okay. And I've been trying to do that other problem for 2 to 3 days, maybe even more. But I couldn't get it right. Now let's go to the other way. In addition to finding the number of characters of code, you should now encode each code representation as a new string and find the number of characters of the new encoded representation, including the surrounding double quotes. This uh, encodes to this. Fucking hell. Okay, if I am taking this as the literal string, then this will be represented as this. An increase from 2 to 6 characters. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. ABC will be encoded as ABC with the double quotes, of course. This increases to this. Okay, 4 will be increased every for them. And if it is this, then this will be fucking hell. Okay, crazy stuff. To represent this, this is a special character. This is a special character, and both will increase the size by 2, and this will increase the size by 2, and this will increase the size by 2. So total size should be increased by 8. Ah, shit, it was only increased by 6, which is okay. Wait. This will not increase the size by 2. This will increase the size by 1. Nah. No. Wait, this will increase the size by 2. Yep. This will increase the size by 2. This will increase the size by 1. This also by 1. So total size increases 16. And in this, I will not look at the answer. This will increase the size by 2. This will increase the size by 2. That is 4. This will increase the size by 1. 5. So should be 5. Fucking hell. 5. Okay. So I got this. Your task is to find the total number of characters to represent the newly encoded strings minus the number of characters of code in each original string, literal. For example, for the above string, total is 42, the new one, right? I will add 6, 9, 10, 11, 6, 9, 10, 11 minus the original 32, just like the first program. 32 was this originally how many, its code representation. Wait, not its code representation, but the string representation, right? Nope, the code representation. Ah, okay. The code representation for the encoded string minus the number of characters in the code representation of the encoded string. That should be fun, if you can call it fun. Copy all of this, make part2.c, paste this here, and okay, solve function. We'll call it just a function to find the difference, right? Yep. The find diff will change. will have to change. Counting the strings, this code counter should be good. I can make this equal to original code counter and then string counter, encoded code count, right? And just fucking um, delete all of this code. Oh, ORI original code counter, and here I will do original code count minus encoded code count. And why is the O capital? Why is the O capital? Yep. Now, original code counter will work like that, which is cool. No, I will have to subtract the original from the encoded, right? Because encoded takes long. So for literal things, it is just same as this, right? It is just same as this. But for the special characters, that will take something special. And let me just go to the washroom and I will just come back, which is pathetic, but I will just come back after going to the washroom. I'll be right back. Right. And yep, for original code count, I will just do this. And if si is greater than equal to a and it is si or is less than equal to z, that is, it is a character, then I will just in the encoded count will be increased by one normally. Else if something else if well how okay, else if si equal to backslash, right? Yes, if it is equal to backslash, then wait, there seems to be a problem somewhere. Okay, expected expression else if this equal, oh, okay, backslash, else if this, that is, if I have a escape sequence, then there can be only uh, three escape sequences, and of course I will start the encoded count at 4. Why am I starting it at 4? Because no matter what, this will be increased by 4, because to represent these. Oh, fucking hell. No, wait, will it be increased by 4? No. Ah, shit. So, what I can do is actually count only the difference between them. Instead of finding out the number of strings in the original and in the final, I can directly count the difference. So, yeah, so what I can do here is int diff equals 0, and maybe I'm too far back. Seems like it. And my camera is horrible because webcam, my phone is not working as a webcam somehow. So diff will at least always be equal to 4, even if I have some empty strings. I will return diff to the end. Now diff will start at 4, and when will it increase? It will only increase when it encounters special characters. Yep, it will only be if si equal to backslash. Then I need to check two things. If si equals wait, the next one, the next character after the backslash. Right. +1 equals, if it is a backslash, or si +1 equal backslash or a double quote, then I would like to increase the diff. Diff will be increased if it is a something like this, then diff will be increased by 1, and if it is something like a backslash or this, yep, diff will be increased by 1. No, it will not be increased by 1. No, fuck no. Hell no. It will be increased by 1 for this, and it will be increased by 1 for this. Right? Because I will need one backslash to represent this and one backslash to represent this. So yes, it will be increased by 4, and I can just do diff plus 4. 4? Nah. Diff plus 2. I will need one backslash for this and one for this. So I got here one for this and one here for this. So it will be increased by 2. And diff plus 2, and I will have to increase plus I plus equals by how many times? 1. I will want to skip over the backslash or either the column thingy. Right now, else if, well, it is of course the next thing would be equal to an x, and if that is the case, then I want to increase diff by how much? I want to increase diff by 1 for this, 1 for this. That is it. I will want to increase diff by 1 for this, and this. So for this, the diff is here 5. So I start the diff at 4, and on encountering this, I will increase the diff by 1 and skip over 3 elements. Yes. So diff plus equals 1 and skip over 3 elements. Right, and at the end return the diff and everything else should work just fine. Clang, not part 1, but this time do part 2. Dot c, and you have to dot slash out. Dot slash out. The answer comes out to be 2046, which is wrong, probably 2046, which is right the first fucking try, baby. Okay, now I did day number 8. I move on to day number 5, and how much time has it been? It's, it's been less time. Okay, that is cool. Every year, Santa manages to deliver all of his presents in a single night. This year, however, he has some new locations to visit. His elves have provided him the distances between every pair of locations. Okay, he can start and end at any two different locations he wants. He can start and end at any two different locations he wants, but he must visit each location exactly once. What is the shortest distance he can travel to achieve this? He can start at any location. He can end at any location, but the start and the end have to be different. Of course, they have to be different because I can only reach one location exactly once. Exactly once. Okay. The possible routes are okay, and I will find multiple routes which fuck. I will find multiple routes which go through the whole graph by crossing the nodes exactly once, and then I will have to find out the route that has the minimum thing. Okay, this one is going to be a good one. Let's see. Can I? Okay, that is not a lot of places to visit. Uh, Git add current git commit message day or completed day 8 and git push mkdir day 9 already. Day 9, yep, and cd go into day 9 and in part1.c and we split x.txt here, paste the stuff, go to the left and make this go to right. Yep, and here include next. What the fuck? Here include stdio.h and main. Here first a file pointer called file equals f. Open the name of the file, which is text.txt, and the reading mode is going to be R. After getting a pointer to the file, I will like to find the length, for which I have fseek takes in the file. The offset is 0 and it starts from the end, right? And end length equals f tell for file, right? And rewind the file, right? And then char pointer initialize the buffer equals char pointer malloc with the length plus 1 just in case, and yep, then f read providing the buffer size of each chunk is 1, number of chunks is length, and the file is file. Right after I will do something with the buffer, and at the end I will free the buffer and close the file. in this here, let me write a function which fuck gives me an integer. Fuck. Give shortest path, and it takes in a char buffer s, and for now it will just return 0. Copy this, go to the top, declare the prototype, and in here, well, int answer equals give shortest path, give in the buffer, printf, answer is %d, new line, and answer. Now, for the implementation of shortest path, which takes in a buffer, well, of course, the OG thing, line, and 50 characters. 50 might be a bit too small. 20 is certainly too small. Int index starts at 0 for int I equals 0, I less than 2. I will also have to take in length dot and dot integer length, and this will take in length, and 13, this will take an additional integer 24 here less than length I plus plus, and if si is not equal to a new line, then just line, not that is just stupid, then do line index equals si, and of course plus plus, and fucking return 0 at the end for now. Else, if it is not the case, then put uh, a null character at the end of the line like that, and call a function. Fuck. Okay, I will have to initialize the graph. Right. Initialize a global graph, weighted graph. And how am I going to store this weighted graph? It has nodes. Right. How will a node look like? A node will have a name. Well, instead of working with storing strings in the node itself, I would like to get an index for them, map them to a hash, which can be used to access the nodes. Nah, nope. How will I be able to get the node from a string? Let's say I have a name. And how will I be able to get the node from the name? Yep. How can I get a node from a name? I will have to create multiple nodes, one node for each place, and then put that place and then connect those nodes in a weighted graph, right? And how will those nodes look like? They will have one thing, the identifier, which could be a hash or could be the name of the place, a string pointer, a character pointer, a string, right? That seems good idea, or it could be a hash, but how would I map strings to hashes? I can map strings to hash which return numbers, but that is okay. This is okay. Um, right. And then after this, yes, node will have an identifier, and it will have a list of nodes that it is connected to, and that list will be taken by malloc, Yep, it will be that list will be stored in the heap and it will increase, will malloc new space and store the last list in the new list and add the one node at the end of it and do that. And to store the weight of it, I will just store an integer array whose and which will give me the weight for every index. Right. And I guess I'll be doing this tomorrow. Yep, not of course, but yeah, I will be doing this tomorrow. And yes, I will be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow I do not have any college exams. So yeah, let me think about this, ponder about it. The problem that I am facing is how can I, let's say I got this this London. There is a place which is called London somewhere. I don't know much, but this place London. Let's say I get a string like this, London to, well, I'm just putting double quotes so that this is New York, New why or just fucking remove all of this, all of this, all of this, all of this, and this. If I get something from A to B equals 10. Now, before creating a node for A and a node for B, I want to check if a node for A exists and a node for B exists. And if they do not exist, then I will first create the nodes and then promptly update the no both the nodes internally and add the weight 10 to them, to their connection between them. So how do I do that? Well, I can update the nodes, that is easy. But the part in which I have to get a node, given a string, how can I get a node? In the previous question, in the one that I was trying to do for 2 days, in that I was also I was creating nodes, but in that I was putting this stir compare. I can do stir compare. I can create a list. I can create an array of structures, and in that structure, first I will have pointer to a string, which will point me to a string, and second will be pointer to the node for that particular string. And whenever checking, I can s- go through all the structures in that array and check and do still compare with the string that I have and the string in those individual structures. And if I do get a match, then I know that I got something, that the array exists, that the node already exists, and I can just get the pointer to the node from the structure. But if it is not, and I pass through the whole array without encountering getting a string match, then I will have to create a new array. I will have to create a new node and I will also print that node into the string structure. Yep, into the list of all the nodes. Which rule, and I guess that is how stuff is stored in objects, where the key and values can be objects. So they are not directly stored in the subject in the object, but a reference to them is stored. Right now, doing this is good. That would make sense. Storing all the node and node pointer and string for nodes in a structure in an array of structures. That is cool, and I guess that is enough. And I will do more tomorrow. That is it for today, and bye. Yep.